So we have a couple of options to get around this. I'm going to go ahead and close Firebug here. The first is by disabling the HTML filter for the site editor text format. But the downside to this is that then we lose any ability to restrict the HTML tags that can be used for this content. And one of the reasons we set up this format in the first place was to be able to use those restrictions, but be able to tweak it a little bit so that it allowed certain HTML tags that weren't allowed with the filtered HTML text format. Our second option would be to use CSS classes in order to allow the user to select particular classes for a particular element in the WYSIWYG and apply the styles that way. Now, there's several benefits to this. One is that instead of the user manually manipulating the styles by going to the appearance section of the image, they simply need to assign a class to it, and it will remain consistent every time. If you have multiple site editors, and everybody has to go to that appearance section when editing an image, some people may use different parameters, which will reduce the consistency of how images are used throughout your site. To use classes in HTML is a little bit of a pain if somebody isn't used to using HTML. They would need to load up the source code for the content that they were working on, and then add the class inside of the tag for the element they want to adjust. And again, this seems like a little much to ask from our site editors. Lucky for us, the WYSIWYG API comes with the ability to set classes that can be used in a drop-down selector and applied to particular elements simply by using those items in the selector. So let's go ahead and go through the process of setting that up.